All right, so last time we hit a jackpot at a half-price book, so I found another one, and we're gonna see if they got the same type of setup, and hopefully we strike gold. Let's go check it out. All right, the selection ain't as big, but we got one. Let's check this out. Oh, let's start here. Good place to start at any. Only thing is, they're not. The clearance ones aren't sectioned off, so. Cletus, Matt, his name is Cletus. That's crazy. Well, I know what we aren't choosing. Because you know, I'm looking for some soul records for sure. What if they were like the greatest soul band ever and just nobody knew it? We're not going with them. Jazz, blues, and R&B. I see one. Ooh, Herb Alpert's Tijuana Brass. I know that's fire, but I don't know if this one in particular. But if we're talking jazz, blues, and R&B section. And then the clearance ones are what? Oh, that's $1. So that's clearance for real. Sometimes they say like $3.99. Yeah, that's $3, so 3 more. I'm grabbing that one for sure. That's Domino. Damn, they got a bunch of Herb Alpert. I say we go with this one. I've sampled a few Herb Alpert in the past. I know I did one for an episode already, but it wasn't this one. I'm gonna go with this one. Some of that Luther. Okay, 1990. These haircuts is crazy. I almost have to just for those. Ooh, dang. The Gospel according to Ike and Tina. It's a little controversial, depending on what, depending on where they were at in their situation. Damn, this look hard though. This $16.99. I'm not getting it, but I know she gets it though. Swamp Boogie Queen. Yeah. Julius Wechter and the Baja Marimba Band, right? So, as we looked before, I grabbed this Herb Alpert, right? Producer Herb Alpert. That's like a DJ Mustard of today, Kanye of today, one of them, like the producers from back then, being able to take other bands and produce their work and make a product. Hold on. Let's see. We'll run through some of these real quick just to see what they got. So I think we might be able to get a few from here too. Richard Dyer Bennett. Thank you. Tonight You're Mine. That's crazy. Alright. Let's go through a few more over here. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Twin Melodies with a solo organ. Hey, we know who that is. They got her in the clearance section here too. Whatever his jacket is, looks kind of hard. He one of them guys. So I'm at the club. Can I buy you a drink, guys? That's one of them. Quick. Let's see what's on this other side real quick. A band called The Lotions? We're gonna find out what's on that. Bro, why he looking like she's not even there?
What's she looking like she's not even there?
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which one do we put back? Let's see. We got The Hungry Years. I think I'm keeping that. I feel like being this brazen has got something on this album, because that's nuts. Herb Alpert's a winner for sure. Definitely keeping this one. Oh, for sure. I'm keeping that one. I'm keeping this one. They haircuts with them suits. We're keeping that one. Keeping this. Oh yeah, we're definitely keeping The Lotions. We're keeping this Three Dog Night, so we'll put one of these back. 1980, or I feel like we're running with this one instead. Yeah, because this could be some track and string arrangements. Let's see what instruments they got. Actually, we're gonna run with this. 4, 5, 6, 12. All right, let's run with that. Oh, hi, I didn't. Like, what's it called? Mr. Rogers? Oh, hi, I didn't notice you there. Welcome back. We are in the lab. And we have some records that we found at another Half Price Books. I feel like it's a safe bet to say Half Price Books has a lot of vinyl. This location didn't have as much as the first one, but they still had a bunch to look through. So we're going to see what we dug up. First one we have is Narada Michael Walden, Confidence. Can you just sense the confidence? Let's see what we're working with here. See what we're working with here. That sounds like some SOS band. I kind of like that. Oh. Hey. Kind of like that one. Let's see. All right, Narada Michael Walden. See what you got on side 2. But I think I know which one we're going with. This is the title track, Confidence. I'm confident we're going to the next one. All right, funky bass. Oh, hold up. What we got here? We are doing this one. Right, nah. Let me see what it sounds like sped up though, just in case. Why he sound like that's how fast he read? Speed reading. Nah, so a lot of times you'll have instrumental breaks like bridges, breakdowns, where there won't be any singing or very minimal singing. So, like I said before, in the beginning you have a lot of times an instrumental intro, and then you can of course chop that up without vocals. But then if you skip throughout the song, you might find some breaks. And then I like to use some of those for like choruses or breakdowns within the beat. But we're gonna see what we got here and get this chopped up. Let's save it in. All right, let's chop this thing up. Studio staples, some of that yerba. Cutting all that out. Let's go find the other part we found. I think it's right here. Sometimes I like vocal oohs and ahs and held notes. So if they're not really saying words, you can, depend on how you speed up or slow down, you'll be able to hear something different, or it's just utilized kind of like an instrument versus the singing. Man, we're getting funky on that sax. Man, speaking in tongues on the track. All right, let's get to making some. All right, let's speed this up a little bit. Or if we slow it down, we can do this. I think sped up sounded better. Real quick, but we're gonna change this to here. Actually, I like it better like that. We'll replay it real quick, and then we'll get some drums going. Staging. No, I don't like that one. Let's get it. When you're dragging, make sure you take the grid, the editing grid, make sure you have it on free. That way you can slide it the smallest bits without it locking on the grid to get the type of feel you want it to have. We're gonna find a bass, but let's see what song key this is. Let's pull up the tuner. So I think it's an A. So right now I'm gonna use a tuner. I'm gonna hum the bass line here. And then we'll pick a bass too. Go on audio effects, and we're gonna cut out the the low end of it, so then that bass can sit. One of my favorite bass plugins is probably Bassalicious 2. And then I use the Bassalicious 2 version 2 factory presets. And this one, let's see what any electric bass can sound like. I kind of like the fretless ones, but we'll see. What I said was A, C, D, E, F, G, A. So I can kind of hum what that is. A sharp. Low end out. In the Fab Filter Pro Q4 plugin, you'll see a piano at the bottom. If you put a like a bell curve in and fine tune it, you can kind of like see. And this will put it on what note it is. So if I put it to, so that's the A sharp that I thought it was, and then the other one I think is a G. But let's see if it's F sharp. No, maybe it's a G sharp. Nah, so I think it's a G. So we'll erase that. And then we'll turn it down. And then we got a little low end in this joint. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna quantize the bass because I want that on beat. Let's just see if we got any other thing in there we want to use. Anything else? For a little chorus. Let's see what notes those were. Oh, let's see. A sharp. And then we'll quantize that. Let's see what it sounds like. Oh, too low. We gotta go up higher. Gotta go above this one. Boom. So with some bass notes, you can't, if you have them overlapping, you won't hear the beginning hit of it. It kind of blends in like a glide in a way. But boom. Play. We'll save it. Hey. All right. That was Narada Michael Walden with the glistening fro and the members only in a white tee. Confidence awakens our physical. Never forget. Never forget. Okay, next we have Beto and the Fairlanes Midnight Lunch. And this back cover looks wild. We have, I'm guessing, adult beverages at the top perhaps. But if you look at the food, you have music staff crumpled up behind, I don't know, chips, maybe Sprouts. You got the can top. You got a part of a joint here, I'm guessing. Midnight lunch, I guess that's what you're eating at midnight. Midnight lounge. But I picked this one because one of the instruments that popped out right away was the marimba. It's recorded in 1979 in Austin, Texas. It says, thanks to Fred for his ribs, Steve Willie for marketing, Liberty Lunch and the people who sleep and eat there, and Barton Springs for its water and its children. Well, let's see what's on this thing. Hey, got the nice plastic sleeve. All right, let's see what's on this. That must be Barton Springs. Hey, I'll slow that down. Let's see what else we got though. Why that started out like Law and Order? I kind of like that when it comes in. We might have to grab that one. Track 3. Come on. Song 1's called Fat Boy in the Water. Dang, that is banging. I'm about to keep this album. What year was it? 79. So I wonder what they had to record all of like the outside and stuff like that. Nowadays we have our iPhones. You have like Tascam personal recorder, stuff like that. You can go and gather sounds around in the environment wherever it's portable, battery powered and all that. But in 1979, you didn't have any of that. So it makes me wonder what type of technology they use to record. Like, they have to have a full setup outside, full mixing board, full what, you know? We take for granted how easy it is that we can just record, even. Record, produce, and all of that. Back in the day, like, I can make a track, I can do a mix down, bounce it to my phone, listen to it in the car, test mixes everywhere, kind of see what I need to tweak so it sounds good on everything. Back then they were recording on tape. You had 2 reels, reel to reel, recording on tape. They need to do edits. You cut the tape and edit the tape, and it works off of magnets. So it's wild to think that they're out here capturing all this audio out in the environment, in the world. I'm guessing a lot of it was Barton Springs, if I had to guess from what it says on the cover. But it's just amazing where we're at technologically, where we can do things with music that used to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars and a lot of time. I can bounce a track out in seconds, minutes. A 10-minute track back then would take 10 minutes to bounce. So it's just an amazing time period we're in, and I feel fortunate that I get to delve into skill sets and audio engineering and audio recording and production in this time period when it's so accessible to everybody. That's another reason why I enjoy doing Can You Dig It, because I learned through this process and I get to show y'all some things, and hopefully you're learning as well. But let's grab the one we wanted. I think it's track 3. Let's start it in here. There we go. That's what I was looking for, this breakdown. That's all we need right there. And I can't say this enough, in Beatmaker 3, always click save periodically so you don't lose anything. All right. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Well, we can go a little faster, I think. Hold on. Yeah, 109 seems good. Let's record that in. Too fast, but let's loop it and we'll find out where we gotta have it. Alright. Alright. Running with that. Save that, and let's find a bass real quick. I'm gonna use this plugin called Bass 808. Plugin called, or a preset called iPad BM Basic 808. And we're gonna turn down the glide. And we're good to go. And then we'll do the same thing we did on the other beat and add a little effect, filtering to cut out the low end with the Pro Q4. Boom. We're gonna cut out a little at the top because it sounds kind of crazy. Alright, and that was Beto and the Fairlines Midnight Lunch. And that's what they were eating. Craziness. Get your nutrition up. Last we have Cheryl Lynn in the Night. I just noticed he got Nike sneaker skates. I think them are Cortez, custom Cortez skates. Those are hard. I would definitely roller rink in them Jones. This one don't have a sleeve, but I hope it's not too crazy scratch, but we about to find out. All right. Hey, that shit came in with a bang. I think we're gonna use that, but let's just take a peek real quick. Actually, we're about to R&B some Jones. I'm about to slow that down. Let's record it in. This one's called Show You How. Okay, Marcus Miller on the bass. Alright, let's see if they got a little breakdown in here real quick. Hey. I think we can finesse a chorus out of that. I like how this is colored in though. Alright, I think we got enough now. Alright, let's cut this up. Alright, delete that slice. Get rid of, trim that, and we got our slices. Let me save them. Slow it down. Oh no, too fast. Oh, actually, let me try that at a hi-hat. Let me mute that. We'll keep it, but hold on. Alright, let's try it. Turn that to, so with these, one shot means it'll all just play, but if you turn it to hold under layer trigger, then however long you hold it. So then you can let go before the clap hits. Let me duplicate them drums, save it. I think there was another part real quick. And then we got a little something right here. like the other piece of the sample like I thought, but we got this one right here. Hey. And that is Sherilyn in the Night. And this is how I feel about it. Homie right here on the skates. Again, we found a whole lot at another Half Price Books. If you're out digging, check your Half Price Books. I was asleep and I am no longer. But again, you never know what you can find. It's all about, can you dig it?